More news on the way here in just a minute. A relic from 9/11 finds a home in Connecticut.
Just the fact that it's here is, it's very sobering.
Up next, we're going to show you a closer look inside an item pulled from Ground Zero.
And coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, a complaint against the city of New Haven by the Firefighters Union, saying that a city official is getting in the way when they're out there on the scene of fires.
Also, we talk with the founder of the Wimbash concert before he takes the stage for the big show.
And record temperatures in Connecticut. Doctors are warning people to be aware of just how their bodies are feeling, what you need to know so that you don't get sick. Those stories and more tonight at 6. A piece of 9/11 history, a relic left from that fateful day, will soon be on display.
A subway car that survived the September 11 terror attack has been restored now and will be open to the public next month. News 8's Renee Schmiel gives us a look.
Passengers were sitting in this car on the morning of September 11th, 2001. They had just arrived from Hoboken, and when they got into New York, they were evacuated.
It's a piece of history that's unlike anything else that we have at this museum.
A subway car that survived the collapse of the World Trade Center on September 11th. It was part of a 7-car train, and 5 of those were destroyed. The remaining 2 now in museums. This one came to the Shoreline Trolley Museum in East Haven last year.
Just the fact that it's here is, it's very sobering.
Car 745, now known as the Path Car, wasn't damaged when the towers fell, but it was during the cleanup and rescue efforts that followed. Crews found the car during the cleanup after the attack, where crews and passengers left it.
Literally, it was left for a rush hour that it never got. It never came, for this car again.
But this train hadn't reached the end of its line. It has now been fixed, the windows replaced, all by volunteers and donations. It now looks much like it did before 9/11. Even some of the ads inside are intact.
To me, I look at it and I think to myself, it looks like something from everyday life that was made into something totally out of the ordinary.
Soon visitors will be able to get on board and sit where the passengers sat for the first time in 15 years. A way to remember and learn from what happened on 9/11.
We all know what we were doing on 9/11, but I would think that what those folks were doing and what the passengers were doing is something that they're never going to forget.
This car will be dedicated in a ceremony on September 11th at noon. In East Haven, Renee Schmiel, News 8.
Live, News 8 at 6 starts now.
Round 3 of severe thunderstorms, wind, lightning, rain hitting parts of the state right now. Storm Team 8 tracking all of this.
And we have dangerously high heat index out there. Doctors are warning people, be sure to stay hydrated. We're going to tell you what else you need to know so that you don't get sick.
Plus, New Haven Firefighters Union filing a complaint against a city official. Why they say he's doing a firefighter's job that he shouldn't be. First, more powerful summer storms moving across the state for yet another round. We're talking thunder, lightning, rain. Good evening, everybody. I'm Scott McDonald.
And I'm Ann Craig in for Ann Nyberg tonight. On top of those storms, record-breaking heat today and a heat index of 115.
Wow, it's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Live look outside right now, Hartford and Middletown. Kevin Arnone is standing by with another day of active weather, Kevin.
Yeah, especially in northern Connecticut, it's getting into the active weather. If you're along the shoreline, you're probably looking up at the sky and you can see more sunshine than clouds at times. There was a shower that moved through the shoreline area, but that has since fizzled. But if you're in northern Connecticut, a lot of lightning, a lot of thunder, especially in the quiet corner, which is not too quiet right now. You can see a ton of rain going on, especially in the Killingly area, going up towards 395 Danielson, right by Hampton, towards Route 6, going towards Rhode Island as well. And there is a severe thunderstorm warning that goes until 6 o'clock. I'm assuming they're going to extend this right through around 6:30, 6:45 as well, as this is a slow mover producing a ton of rain in the quiet corner. And we can see there's another system as well right along Hartford, up along 91 towards 84, going towards Vernon and Mansfield area as well. A little bit of lightning with this, not as much as we see in the other cell. This one's not as strong, but you can see there's a ton of rain off to our north and off to our west as well. We added the satellite radar view to this, and you can see right off to our north, to our west. We all have to go through all of this as we go through the overnight hours, and we'll be watching this. We'll track that on the hour-by-hour forecast when I come back. But for now, we'll send things back over to you.
Hey, Kevin, and beating the heat, it's tough to do when the heat index is 115. Scorching temps, downright dangerous. News 8's Josh Scheinblum live in New Haven with what doctors say you need to know to stay safe in this kind of heat. Josh.
Scott, I'm here outside of Yale New Haven Hospital. In the last several hours, medical personnel report to us that they have seen an uptick in the number of people coming through the doors. The reason for it? It has to do with the heat. Now, we did talk with the doctor about the current situation. He stresses that when it's warm outside, people need to stay hydrated. Water should suffice, but he thinks drinking things like Powerade and Gatorade aren't a bad idea either. Now, the doctor also told me that people need to know the signs of heat exhaustion. What are they? Some of the symptoms include confusion, dark-colored urine, headache, nausea, muscle cramps, and dizziness. As for the hospital, should there be a large influx of people as the temperatures continue to rise, he says they're ready to handle any situation they're thrown.
We're here to help if needed, but to try to use common sense and stay out of the heat if you can and avoid overexertion. Plenty of fluids, especially fluids that have some electrolytes and sugar, Powerade and Gatorade, things like that.
A good way to stay out of the heat is to go indoors where there's air conditioning. And if you don't have a place readily available, we have some ideas for you. They're on our website at WTNH.com, where we have a list of cooling centers throughout the state. For now, we're live in New Haven. Josh Scheinblum, News 8.
All right, Josh, thank you. And we have new video now of lightning from the storm last night. This is reported video, and it was captured, look at that, on dash cam. That person was driving there on Clapboard Ridge Road in Danbury. The driver stopped just before he drove into danger there. Wow. Well, those strong winds and lightning left a mess all over the state. Take a look. This is a downed tree there in Cheshire. Problems all over the state. People even caught a picture of lightning. Take a look at this. Just a huge bolt of lightning there. That was in Morris Cove. Middletown was hit hard too last night. News 8's Darren Kramer tonight is live in our newsroom to show us more of that damage. Darren.
And we were watching the radar here when those storms came through last night, and it was wild. Lightning strikes were just packed together and constant for a while, and that storm went right over Middletown.
Middletown was one of the towns hit hard last night with a potent thunderstorm that peppered the ground with lightning strikes and heavy rain. Woodrow Wilson Middle School flooded. Middletown's mayor posted pictures of the flooded hallways on Facebook. Water got into the heating and ventilation system, and that made some big puddles on the floor. Crews were brought in to clean up and make sure there isn't any mold. The first day of school is still 3 weeks away, so they have time to make sure the school is safe for opening day. Lightning also blasted the Middletown dispatch antenna, but it's made to survive a lightning strike. And the chimney to the Canoe Club restaurant in Harbor Park also took a lightning hit. You can see it shattered, pieces of brick all over the roof. And a massive tree came down on Home Avenue in Middletown, knocking down power lines and leaving about 100 families in the dark for a while. You can see the heavy equipment they had to bring in to clean it up.
But to end on a high note, some of the beauty that comes at the end of the storm. Look at that beautiful rainbow. Double rainbow all the way. Yeah, this is a reported picture from Plainfield, that rainbow at about 5:15 in the morning. And don't forget, always send us your videos or pictures of storm damage happening safely. Do it safely in your area. You can do it through the free Report It app on your phone, or just email them to reportit@WTNH.com. Live in the newsroom, I'm Darren Kramer, News 8.
All right, Darren, thank you. And you'll also want to download that Storm Team 8 app in case we have weather like this. You can also track the radar right there in the palm of your hand. You'll also get weather alerts sent to you as well. It's all free.
What we are watching tonight, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump set to be stumping in Connecticut. It's happening tomorrow night, speaking at Sacred Heart University. News 8's Jackie Slater live in Fairfield tonight with a look at how police are preparing for this. Jackie.
Scott, getting ready for a Trump visit and rally, not an easy task by any means. About 5,000 people expected to show up tomorrow night. Now, Fairfield police say they found out about the rally on Wednesday, and ever since then, they say they've been in a little bit of a panic mode. Fairfield police say they're calling in extra support to help cover the rally tomorrow. Trump events across the country have made headlines in the past several months with heated protests and violence. Fairfield police say they're considering all possible outcomes and will be ready. They will have extra officers on duty at the actual event and have asked neighboring communities for backup support. In addition to local authorities, Fairfield has been in contact with the U.S. Secret Service, who oversees security for the rally.
We have to ensure the safety of everyone that's on campus and in the surrounding area. So we reached out to venues that had this event in the last couple of weeks. We collaborated with other police departments, and then we analyzed the campus and what our needs will be, and I think we have a pretty good plan in place.
The rally is scheduled for 7:30 tomorrow night at Sacred Heart University. The school released a statement earlier today saying Trump's appearance is by no means a political endorsement, and the Catholic school has a long-standing policy of opening its doors to a wide variety of speakers. And the venue there at Sacred Heart can hold 4,600 people. Again, Fairfield police expect more people will show up. You should know, though, you cannot get in without a ticket, and tickets are available for free on Trump's website, but only until they run out. Reporting live in Fairfield, Jackie Slater, News 8.
All right, Jackie, thank you. And be sure to stay with News 8 on air and, of course, online as well for continuing coverage of Vote 2016.
Coming up next on News 8 at 6, the New Haven Firefighters Union filing a complaint against the Elm City. We're going to tell you why.
Plus, how one musician's love for music is now helping Shoreline students get to play that music.
And we are tracking more storms. We're going to let you know when you can expect thunderstorms in your area and what the weekend forecast is shaping up like. All that and more when we come back. New tonight at 6, the New Haven Firefighters Union has filed a complaint against the city of New Haven. They say the deputy director of the Office of Emergency Management, Rick Fontana, is taking on duties only firefighters in the union should take part in, and at one point even put firefighters' lives in danger. That complaint states that while firefighters were battling a large blaze on July 23rd on Blatchley Avenue, Fontana used a firefighter's radio channel and interrupted a battalion chief trying to direct crews dealing with a fire over their heads. The union sent us audio of what happened. Here it is. All right, that's the audio from that radio channel. And the New Haven Fire Union sent us these pictures of Fontana at the scene of another fire where they say he made the decision himself to help out with a fire hose line. We reached out to the city of New Haven for comment. Right now they say, quote, city officials are aware of a complaint filed regarding the deputy director of Office of Emergency Management, and it is city policy to withhold comment on pending legal matters.
Well, coming up tonight, right here on News 8 at 6, we're going to talk to the founder of the Wimbash concert. It is a big concert happening in West Haven. We're going to talk to him about that concert. It's tomorrow. And to the students who he's helping by supporting local music.
All right, see these temperatures behind me? Add about 10 to 15 degrees to these numbers, and that's what we're going to be seeing tomorrow. When I come back, we'll talk about how long this hot weather sticks around for on the other side of the break.
On this steamy summer weekend, one of the hottest places to be may be the West Haven Beach. That's because of a special concert going on all day tomorrow. News 8's Kent Pierce gives us a sneak peek at the festivities.
These West Haven High School students can play this beautiful music thanks in part to some different music that gets played this time of year. That's last year's Wimbash, a concert put together and headlined by Doug Wimbish, the Bloomfield native best known as the bass player for the rock band Living Colour.
One thing led to another, and here we are in our sophomore year of doing the Wimbash right here. And it's great because we're helping to, make a change for the next generation of kids.
He called up West Haven's mayor and offered to help fund West Haven Public Schools music program.
My wife and I have always been big supporters of the high school music programs, and actually all the way through their education, my children have been involved. So yeah, it's nice to raise money for something for a good cause.
Speaking of the mayor's children, that's the mayor's son playing tenor sax like he has been since 4th grade.
We can all just kind of, come together and just be, like one big band and family.
I like that you get the opportunity to just express yourself and just kind of, play your heart out whenever you feel like it.
That's the philosophy of Wimbash, too. There will be several local bands, plus Wimbish will play with his Living Color frontman, Corey Glover, and the drummer from the Average White Band, and Billy Joel's saxophonist.
And it might be a situation where I see somebody with a guitar in their hands, and I just go up and say, what are you doing? Hey, man, they might, hey, on stage right now.
So that's all afternoon tomorrow. We're at the Old Grove section of the West Haven Boardwalk. We've got more information on our website, WTNH.com. In West Haven, I'm Kent Pierce, News 8.
The Cult of Personality.
That was
one
the
of
song.
my favorite songs by Living Color.
It's a classic for sure.
Great, he's giving back to the community. I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time tomorrow, but going to want to drink a lot of
It's
water
going to
if
be
you're out there,
very-
yeah?
Yes, very hot tomorrow. Temperatures in the upper 90s, even along the shoreline. Getting to 100 degrees away from the water. Factor in the humidity, 115 degrees. That's what it's going to feel like tomorrow. Not much going on right now if you're along the shoreline, but if you're in northern Connecticut, quite a different story. You can see a ton of lightning going on, just like what we saw yesterday, and you can see right through the quiet corner of the state. Certainly not too quiet right now with a ton of lightning, ton of thunder, and some heavy rain as well. There is a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Windham County. That goes until 6:45 p.m. So if you're in Kinley along Route 6, Hampton area, 395, you're going to be in this with a slow moving storm. It's only moving about 15 to 20 miles per hour. A little bit of rotation. That means some strong winds with this as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some power outages over the next hour or so. The cell that we were watching that was in Hartford about a half hour ago, they just got issued a severe thunderstorm warning right now in Tolland County. That goes until 7 p.m. We'll be watching this. This is going into the same area where that other severe thunderstorm warning is. So they're going to be into the action for the next, let's say, hour and a half. So a lot of rain in a short period of time. Could see some flooding with this. Not much going on along the shoreline. You can see some sunny skies right from New Haven all the way to New London. If you're headed to the Yankee game tonight, going to see A-Rod's last game. Some thunderstorms moving in to the Bronx right now about the next hour or so. The game starts at 7:35 p.m., but there's a ton of moisture off to our north and to our west. This is all going to be touching northern Connecticut, and we'll be in this action right through around 9-10 p.m. You can see that in the hour-by-hour forecast. Here's 6 o'clock. This is a snapshot of what the radar will look like, and you can see right through 7, 8, 9 p.m. We'll see some more thunderstorms, especially in northwestern Connecticut, sliding right down towards the state into the shoreline towards New Haven around 10 p.m. and continue. And then it'll dry things out for the overnight hours. We're going to start with some clouds tomorrow for 9 o'clock. Going into the afternoon, it'll be quiet, but then by 2, 3 p.m., that's when the thunderstorms start to roll right back into the state. Another same time frame as what we saw today, but it's going to be hotter tomorrow. We're talking temperatures in the upper 90s, even along the shoreline. It's hot right now. You can see a little bit cooled off because of the rain's falling in Killingly, 77 degrees, but it's 89 Berlin, 86 in North Branford. Factor in the humidity. 104 degrees in Meriden, 96 in Meriden, 97 in Bridgeport. So on the hot side, we're going to see those humidity temperatures right through the night tonight into tomorrow as well. 9 o'clock temperatures in the mid-80s tonight with a couple thunderstorms. Tomorrow morning, we'll see those temperatures already by noontime into the upper 80s and then going into the 90s as we go through the day tomorrow. Mild tonight, 70s. Storms will be ending by 10 p.m. Southwest winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And take a look at tomorrow. 100 degrees away from the water with the humidity, about 115 degrees, and again with the PM thunder tomorrow, southwest winds about 12 to 22 miles per hour, even upper 90s for the shoreline. Both those temperatures will break records tomorrow, by the way, and we did break a record along the shoreline today, hit 94 in Bridgeport, and the previous record was 92. But your 8-day forecast features a lot of heat, especially the next couple of days. We'll finally get a break from the heat on Tuesday and the humidity as well. We'll go right back into the humid theme on Wednesday with some thunderstorms, and then we'll finally quiet things out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week. So we have a couple more days of the heat, and we're talking big time unbearable temperatures tomorrow.
Boy.
August.
Yeah, not a fan.
That's what happens. All right, thanks, Kevin.
Time now for sports. Here's Henry.
Live, this is Sports Edge, sponsored by your local Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Just 2 more wins. That's all the Fairfield Little League squad needed to win the New England Regional coming into today's game. And Fairfield took care of business getting game 1. Taking on Massachusetts, those kids have the right idea. You got to stay cool. Kevin just told us that. Fairfield staying hot. Richard Kersetter taking this 0-2 pitch to center. That's good for a 3-run home run. 3-0 Fairfield in the top of the first. And Kersetter again, who was hot today. In the third, 2 runners on, right back at the pitcher. Thankfully, he got out of the way of that one. 2-run score, 5-0 Fairfield. And then Fairfield runs away with it. Michael Ionazo gets one through the left side. They win this one 11-0. They'll take on Rhode Island in the championship game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So hopefully you've caught your breath after the Travelers, because the Connecticut Open is right around the corner. and there's a lot going on this year. As always, top tennis players will be in the Elm City, like Madison Keys, Alina Svitolina, who beat Serena Williams, so you want to check her out, and some legends like James Blake, Andy Roddick. The Connecticut Open has some pretty cool events too. Tournament director Ann Worcester says there will be enough to keep the whole family entertained.
ShopRite Kids Day kicks off the week on the Sunday with goodie bags and free clinics and mascots and rock climbing walls. Monday night is a brand new opening ceremony presented by Yale. We're celebrating the international nature of tennis in this Olympic year.
The Kids Day is on August 21st. More tonight on Sports Edge. UNH running back Andre Anderson was MVP last year. Why he thinks he can top that performance after the break. The University of New Haven has arguably the best player in the conference. Senior running back Andre Anderson is coming off a great year, and he's looking to have a better one in 2016. He took home the Northeast 10 Conference's MVP award last year, and he was an All-American. He scored a team-high 14 rushing touchdowns last season and led the Chargers to the NE10 championship game. He says he's had a good summer, and he's ready for the season to start.
I'm excited, like I said, we got a lot more weapons around, so we got another year under coach's offense. We got a better understanding. We got the whole line has been here for about every year I've been here, about here for 4 years now.
He's a laid-back kid. More on that tonight at 11:15 on Sports Edge. Quick update of what's going on in Rio. The U.S. with a nice lead, 43 total and 16 gold medals. China only 3 gold medals behind, and Japan with 24 total medals.
I'm still on the high of seeing Michael Phelps last night win his 22nd gold medal. That was unbelievable.
Incredible.
So many moments.
And so far ahead.
Yeah, I know, it's unprecedented.
It was just dramatic. Henry, thank you.
Thank you. All right, we've got a lot to deal with. Another hot day and some extreme weather. Let's toss it over to Kevin Arnaud.
Yeah, hot weather right through the weekend, but we're seeing some active weather right now in the quiet corner of the state. That's northeastern Connecticut. You can see there's a severe thunderstorm warning for Tolland and Windham counties. A lot of lightning, a lot of rain associated with this. One warning in Windham County goes until 6:45 p.m. If you live in Hampton, Killingly area, there is a flash flood warning as well, and that goes until 8 p.m. And you can see right now along 395 Killingly, a lot of rain. And Tolland County, another severe thunderstorm warning that goes until 7 p.m. as well. Elsewhere across the state, it's pretty quiet. We have some more storms off to our north and to our west. That's going to be moving through over the evening hours, right through around 10 p.m. and then we'll dry things out. And it's going to be very hot as we go through the next couple of days. It's going to be touching 100 degrees tomorrow with a heat index of 115.
It's just been a wild couple of days. I mean, with all the weather we've had and a lot of folks sending in pictures, we had a lot of great lightning shots. And you saw the lightning strikes on your radar too. That's, you got to be safe.
Ton of lightning, yeah. 63% of all lightning deaths actually occur from people just being outside and having fun. And you definitely, if you hear lightning, you want to go indoors without a doubt.
All right, Kevin.
Yeah, maybe download the weather app. What do you think?
Storm Team 8 app, free download for your Android and Apple devices. Not bad.
All right, of course, we got to thank our viewers for sending us all that great footage. The video and the pictures that you've sent to us is great. So keep them coming. Record it at WTNH.com.
You got to keep those coming. We love getting them on the air. And that's our time. Thanks for watching. Remember, head to the web anytime for news, traffic, weather, WTNH.com.
Enjoy your night and have a great weekend.
See you.